Two internet giants. Two totally different promises. Which one really delivers? On the left, Xfinity, America's most widely available cable internet. And on the right, Google Fiber, pure fiber speeds, no hidden fees. Let's skip the buzzwords and get to the real stuff. Each category earns points, and at the end, you'll see exactly who comes out on top. The result might not be what you expect. Okay, check this out. I've mapped out all the categories we're going to cover in this showdown. Speed and technology, availability, price and value, reliability, customer satisfaction, and contracts and data caps. Seriously, if you care about any of these, and like who doesn't, you'll want to see how these providers stack up. First up, speed and technology. So Xfinity actually offers plans that go up to 6 gigs in some spots. Pretty wild for cable, right? And for most parts of the US, it's honestly the fastest cable you can get. But here's the kicker. Uploads kind of slows down because, hey, it's still cable tech, and sometimes you feel those peak hour slowdowns, you know? Now, Google Fiber, this is where it gets kind of sci-fi. It's all fiber, which means symmetrical speeds. Uploads and downloads are exactly the same. We're talking up to 8 gigs wherever it's available. Plus, fiber's kind of future-proof, as much as anything is these days. Only catch? Not everywhere yet, which is frustrating if you're outside the coverage. But for speed and pure tech, Google Fiber's totally next level. So, yeah, Google Fiber takes this one. All right, now availability. Xfinity? That's literally everywhere. Almost all states, tons of plan choices. Even if you're living out in the boonies, you've probably got Xfinity as an option. Sure, not every speed tier is there in the middle of nowhere, but still, super accessible. Google Fiber? Not so much. It's growing, but honestly, it's just in select cities and metro areas. If you're lucky enough to be in one, awesome. If not, yeah, you get the point. So, hands down, Xfinity wins for just showing up wherever people need internet. Let's talk money. Xfinity does have entry-level deals, like you could start at $40 a month for 300 Mbps. Pretty sweet, right? Plus, they're always throwing out discounts, so there's that. But don't get too excited. Sometimes there are hidden fees, promo rates that jump after a year, classic cable company stuff. Now, Google Fiber's pricing is, honestly, refreshingly clear. No hidden fees, they give you free equipment and installation, and the cost per gigabit is actually amazing. Downside, their cheapest plan starts at $70 a month, and there's no super budget tier. So, you're paying more up front, but no surprise charges later. For real value, Google Fiber's got the edge here. Oh, actually, quick fun fact for you. Did you know Google Fiber was launched back in 2011 and kind of lit the fire for the whole gigabit speed race in the US? Yeah, it's not just a tech thing. It literally changed the game. On to reliability. Xfinity's always been pretty solid with uptime. Cable infrastructure is tried and tested, you know? But again, peak times can get laggy. With Google Fiber, it's like no slowdowns, super stable speeds, and since it's fiber, it's less likely to freak out if your neighbor is binging Netflix 24/7. The one gotcha? If the fiber in your area goes down, everyone's out. But overall, Google Fiber's reliability is just next level. Yep, Google Fiber wins again. Customer satisfaction. Is anyone ever totally happy with their internet? Xfinity actually has strong support channels. And if you're in a busy area, you've got lots of contact options. But reviews are, mixed. Billing issues pop up, extra fees surprise people. Kind of a recurring theme. Meanwhile, Google Fiber's reputation here is honestly great. People love the billing and support experience, and they're top rated for satisfaction. Some growing pains in new cities, sure, but overall, Google Fiber generally leaves people pretty happy. Last category, contracts and data caps. So Xfinity deserves some credit here. Most plans have no contracts. In those big gigabit tiers, no data caps. The catch is, their lower tier plans might lock you into a contract or slap on a data cap, which is not ideal. Now, Google Fiber, no contracts, ever. No data caps, across the board, no matter the plan. Honestly, it doesn't get more straightforward than that. Google Fiber nails this one. So, if you're a visual person, like I totally am, here's a radar chart with both providers scored across all these categories. Kinda shocking how Google Fiber keeps edging out Xfinity in most areas, right? Except, of course, for availability. Okay, so here's what I really think. If you live somewhere Google Fiber is actually available and you want top-tier internet, The speed, the stability, the totally straightforward pricing, Google Fiber's absolutely the way to go. But, and this is super important, most people still gotta stick with Xfinity simply because it's, well, everywhere, and it has more price flexibility. So, Google Fiber wins the comparison, hands down. But Xfinity's like the reliable fallback when the magic fiber isn't in town. If you like this deep dive into internet providers and want to stay updated on future face-offs and tech battles, make sure you follow along. We've got loads more